Now, next method of type of cross pollination is hydrophily. That is, pollination occurs in the presence of water. That is hydrophily. Now, this hydrophily can be of two types. One is in the water body. Okay. Another is on the surface of the water body. Clear? On the surface and inside the water body. If the pollination occurs inside the water body, then it is called as hydrophily. Okay? If it occurs on the surface of the water body, it is called as hydrophily. Understood? It is also called as epihydrogamy, hypohydrogamy. It can also be called as hypohydrogamy. It is also called as epihydrogamy. Keep this thing in mind. Hypohydrogamy and epihydrogamy, or hypohydrophily and epihydrophily. The common example in case of hypohydrogamy is Zostera, marina and Ceratophyllum. Okay, and common example in this case is Vallisneria. Okay, now see what happens in this case. The submerged rooted plant body, that is, the plant is inside the water body. Suppose this is the water body. I am drawing it for both. Okay. Now, what happens? Zostera has the longest pollen. This is the male flower. Suppose here I am drawing the male flower. Okay. How to draw the male flower? Suppose I am drawing one male flower here. And suppose I am drawing one female flower here. Okay. Now, this Zostera has the longest pollen grain. They have the longest pollen grain. And their pollen grains are spiny also. Okay. What happens in case of Zostera? Male and female, they occur in the same flower, same plant. They all will be in the clusters. The Zostera will release the pollen grain. Okay. And this pollen grain will remain in the water, as the pollen grains have the same gravity as that of the water. So it will remain inside the water only. It will float in the water only. And when it comes in the contact of the female plant, then the pollination will occur. Understood? Now see, what happens? The male and female flower are present in the same plant. The anther will detach the pollen grains, and the pollen grains are long and spiny. Okay? If they are long and spiny, then they all have the same gravity as that of the water. So they will remain inside the water only. And with the flow of the water, when they will come in contact with the female flower, then definitely they all will be attached to the female flower and pollination will occur. Okay, this is in case of Zostera. Now see what happens in case of Ceratophyllum. Suppose this pen is not working. Suppose this is the plant. Now see again. This is the male part of the plant and here different plant, and this is the female flower. Clear? This is male and this is female. Now they all will liberate anther. Understood? Anther will move up because of its light weight. Anther will move up. Now here I am drawing this, and this anther will liberate the pollen grains. This is the pollen grain. Okay, now see again. Male flower, it will liberate the anther, it will remove its anther, and anther, because of its light weight, they will move up. And when they will move up, they will liberate the pollen grains. Now this pollen grain, they will absorb water, they will become heavy, and then they will sink. And if they will sink, then some of them will fall over the female plant. And if they will fall over the female plant, then pollination will occur. This is the condition in case of Ceratophyllum. Okay, that is the anther will detach from the plant, it will go up, it will release the pollen grains. Pollen grains will remain at the top, they will become mature, they will absorb water. When they will become heavy, they will sink to the bottom, and when they will come inside the water body, if they will find the female flower and they will stick over there and pollination will takes place. Understood? This is the condition of hypohydrophily. That is, the whole plant is inside the water body and then they are releasing the pollen grains. Now see what happens in case of epihydrophily or epihydrogamy. The common example is Vallisneria. Where to draw? Here I am drawing, okay? Otherwise the figure is also given in the book. Now see, suppose this is the male flower and this is the female flower. Short, I am drawing only this much. In case of male flower, suppose this is the male flower, this is the water body. The male flower will release the anther. Anther will liberate the pollen grains, and pollen grains, they will float over the surface of the water. Epihydrophily. So they will float over the surface of the water. Okay. Now these small are called as the pollen grains. Now see what happens. The female flower, the stigma, style and ovary. The style of the female flower remains highly coiled. Okay. Now as it matures and the pollen grains will come over the surface of the flower, this style will uncoil, become very long and straight. It will attract or catch the pollen grains and come to its normal position. Okay, that is highly coiled. Now this coil will be open, the style will move up, it will reaches to the surface of the water body, catch the pollen grains and come back to its original position. And then the process of next, that is fertilization and formation, will takes place. So this is called as epihydrophily. That is, the plant is inside the water, but the pollination occurs on the surface of the water. They are not inside the water. If it will be inside, it is called as hypohydrophily. If it is on the surface of the water, pollination, then it is called as the epihydrophily type of pollination. And the common example is Vallisneria. Now understood? Male flower, liberating the pollen grains. They are moving on the surface. Female flower, they are uncoiling their style. Style is moving up, catching the pollen grains, coming back to the place, and then the process continues. So this is all about the hydrophily. Students, your next condition is entomophily. Okay, now let's see what happens in case of entomophily.